This district has been my home for 44 years, and I am determined to leave our house in order for the new superintendent. There have been many serious situations that have occurred during the past 44 years, and we have always faced them head-on with a positive attitude and with the determination that we always do whatever needs to be done to handle them. This time is no different. As difficult as it is to comprehend what happened last week, we cannot allow this to in any way interfere with always doing what is best for our students and for continuing the tradition of excellence that makes these two communities such a desirable place to live and educate our children. As I make the following statement, please don't think for a moment that we don't care about or that we don't get the immediate implications of the events of this past week, or that we don't understand that we need to address any deeper or systemic issues raised by these events. While we are committed to exhausting every avenue to provide the necessary supports to keep students in our schools, when there are students who are a danger to themselves or others, we will immediately take all steps necessary to remove them from the school community. We understand and take very seriously the sacred trust of educating and keeping our children safe during the time that they are with us. We know that we need to earn that trust every day. There's nothing more important to us than getting that right. I would now like to take a few moments to review the two security incidents that took place last week, talk about some of the things that went really well, the roles we all need to play in school safety, some things we already have in place to address or begin to address safety issues, and some plans we have as we move forward. Two security incidents took place last week, one at Maplewood Middle School and one at Columbia High School. Although the two incidents were entirely unrelated, they did have some similarities. In both cases, a student brought a weapon to school. In both cases, other students were brave and smart enough to let the adults know of the potentially dangerous situation. In both cases, school, administration, and staff acted quickly and decisively to contain the perceived threats, involve law enforcement, and protect students. In both cases, any threat that may have existed was quickly eliminated by prompt action by the school staff and the police department. We are all very grateful that the security procedures we have practiced all year worked exactly as they were designed to do, and that no one was harmed in either incident. We are incredibly proud of the students who came forward. This is not easy to do. This is not easy to do since there is a great deal of peer pressure not to be a snitch, but it is also vitally important. Their actions help the adults take the necessary steps to keep everyone safe. These students are real heroes. Many things went well last week. The students told us there was a danger. This means that we have succeeded in building relationships of trust that made these students feel safe to come to adults for help. Our security procedures worked as practiced and envisioned. Our partnership with law enforcement resulted in smooth containment and elimination of danger. Our staff united in exhibiting their commitment, caring, and thoughtfulness as they supported students under very stressful circumstances and kept up this increased support throughout the week. We provided multiple opportunities and supports for students to process their emotional reaction to the events. Most significantly, no one was harmed in either incident. At the same time, these incidents raise a lot of questions and concerns about how we can ensure that our schools are safe places for children to learn and develop and for our staff to teach and work. We all know that none of us can guard against all anomalous situations in school or at home. But to the degree possible, we strive to strike the right balance when it comes to safety and work to continuously strengthen the security of our schools. School safety is a three-way partnership between the schools and district, law enforcement, and families in the communities. We each have a vital role to play. Our schools are responsible for building safety measures, crisis plans, preparation and procedures, effective discipline, staff training and support, supporting students emotionally when something scary does happen, communications to all stakeholders, and our partnerships with both the South Orange and Maplewood police departments. Our police departments are responsible for advising us on emergency planning on an ongoing basis, helping us practice and improve our security procedures so that we are prepared for any emergency, responding when there are incidents to investigate, keeping the district and community informed of the details and progress of investigations, and helping us educate our students on issues such as drug awareness and violence prevention. Our families and the community are responsible for educating their children about their role in helping keep their schools safe, encouraging their children to report any potentially dangerous or worrisome situations to teachers and administrators, talking to their children about the dangers of gun violence, and perhaps considering advocating locally or nationally for laws and policies that will prevent the flow of illegal weapons to our children in our community. Engaging their children in making healthy decisions about school and about life, educating their children about the responsible use of social media, and encouraging awareness about how quickly rumors can spread and seem to become fact. And last but not least, being our partners in discipline. We cannot do this alone. While there is never a 100% guarantee of safety, keeping our students and staff safe is always the highest priority for the South Orange Maplewood School District. We are committed to making sure we are following best practices and implementing security measures in a way that is educationally and age appropriate. We coordinate our approach to school safety with the police and fire departments of South Orange and Maplewood. Security procedures are established for all of the schools. Schools are locked, cameras monitor all who enter our buildings, and each school has a crisis management team. We conduct regular security drills so that students and staff know what to do to protect themselves in various situations. We thoroughly review, evaluate, and update safety practices and security plans on a routine basis. We have a district-wide code of conduct which clearly delineates the expectations for students and the consequences for different types of infractions. Each building has multiple initiatives aimed at ensuring a positive school climate, including conflict resolution, anti-bullying peer mentors, character education, and counseling programs. When a crisis does happen, we have experienced social workers, guidance counselors, and student assistance counselors on staff who help us design an appropriate response to support students in the process when it's happened. We have an employee assistance program called Concern, which is available to support staff members. And we have wonderful resources within the community and outside experts who we consult with to make sure that our plans are well targeted and effective. We know that our work is not done. While our discipline procedures work well for the vast majority of our students, we are fully aware that we need to develop additional approaches and strategies for those students for whom it is not working. We review and assess our security measures after every incident. We have received suggestions of additional security measures, all of which will be addressed as part of our ongoing internal work in collaboration with law enforcement to identify and implement best practices to keep our students and staff safe. As we move forward with this process, we will welcome the wealth of talent and expertise that the community has to offer. We appreciate your partnership and support. I trust that as we have this community-wide conversation, we will be thoughtful, deliberative, and respectful of each other. This is an important dialogue, and we very much need it to be a productive one. I'm now going to invite two of our building principals. First, Mr. Adams of Memoli.